Hello everybody, this is quixQuery here. Today we are back playing more Plants vs. Zombies 2, talking about some strategy. And today the main topic is going to be level pace, the pacing of the levels that we play, and how getting a slow start can benefit you in the long run for each of these levels. Now, a slow start may seem kind of counterintuitive as far as stuff goes. It may seem like a slow start would be a bad thing in a lot of circumstances, but actually on the contrary, and hear me out as to why. We need to go over some of the game mechanics to figure out why a slow start is beneficial in completing levels. Now, in order to understand how on earth the levels are paced and how the mechanics of the game work as far as that goes, what I've done is I've gone to Ancient Egypt Day 1 and taken as many things that I have complete and total control over with me right here. And so you can see that as we just have like squashes, jalapeno, cherry bomb, hurricane, walnuts, etc., the whole deal. And so we can just have complete and total control over the low number of zombies coming out, so we can really break it down and see exactly how on earth this works. So there are two types of waves in this game, and now most of the zombies are going to be sent out via mini waves, as I like to call them. And so, as you can see, the zombies just kind of like to come out in little groups, and then after one group's been out for a while, the next group starts coming too. Now, this changes when we hurt one of the groups. And now in this footage right here, we can see that as I squash and get rid of all of the zombies from one mini wave, the next mini wave starts coming out immediately after that. When normally we would have had a little bit of extra time in between there in order to collect a little bit of extra sun, or let your seed packets recharge a little more, stuff like that. And so you can see that the waves are much more easy to manage as we wait for a little bit in between them. And so when we're talking about getting a slow start, we are actually talking about not hurting the first wave, mini-wave zombie that comes out. Because as we've seen right here, when we hurt a mini-wave of some sort, then the next mini-wave starts coming out. Here are a couple more examples of mini-waves being either left alone, and so we have extra time in between, or being immediately taken out, and hence the next wave starts coming out immediately after that. Make sure to look at my sun level in the following clips, for that number will be a big indicator as to how well the slow start has worked. That is one of the big advantages of having a slow start, is that you will have additional sun because your sunflowers will have been out there longer. Now here's a really good example of how you can actually get through harder levels just by pacing out when you start damaging your first couple of zombies. And so this is a Jurassic Marsh level, but I've only brought some of the first couple of plants that you'll ever receive in the thing. Now granted, they're leveled up a bit, and sure, this probably wouldn't work as well at level 1 plants, but that's just fine. The concept remains the same. And so, as you can see, in this first attempt, I just immediately damaged the first couple zombies, and the waves end up overwhelming me, and I can't do anything about it. And so I just figured, you know what, there's it's lost. I don't have all my sunflowers up. I don't have damage in all my lanes. This new huge wave of zombies is coming, and there's no way that I'm going to be able to hold this all off. Now, when I pace out this first zombie, this gives the sunflowers much more of a chance in order to generate some extra sun, and seed packets more chance to recharge and stuff like that, so that we can get walnuts out there more easily, so that we have more sun to work with in general, and so that we, by pacing the level out like that, things just tend to go better for us. And so this is a prime example of how maybe your plants may not be the issues, but how quickly you're defeating the zombies. Now, I know it's tempting, as soon as that first zombie comes out there, to just want to completely and totally demolish it. As soon as it walks on the field, oh man, that zombie's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Gotta get it out of my sight. Well, no. Just be patient, and you'll do better against the massive waves of zombies in the long run. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little mechanic strategy video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm quixQuery, and I will see you in another video. Take care.